What's happening, everybody? You know, I just saw that Peter Yarrow from Peter, Paul, and Mary passed away, and let's just take a moment, and now that moment is over. You know, he gave us a lot of great songs. You got the Puff the Magic Dragon, you got the other thing that he did, and there was probably a couple other ones that, in the moment, I'm just not recalling. I was living in Cleveland, Ohio, and sometime in the mid-90s, Peter, Paul, and Mary came to our local amphitheater, which is called Blossom Music Center. Outdoor shed, as we call them, you know, half of it's covered, then there's the lawn out there. It's a nice place to see a concert, especially for something as mellow and hangout like Peter, Paul, and Mary. Now, I've been to Blossom Music Center many, many times as somebody going to see a concert and somebody bringing concerts in. And every time I'd ever been to Blossom, it was always some bunch of band radio fest where I'm busy from the moment I get there to the moment I drive away with the truck. You know, it was just nonstop every time I had ever been to Blossom. Yeah, so I've come to find out that the entirety of the show is going to be 3 vocals and 2 instruments, and that is 5 inputs. And when you bring a console that's got 50 inputs and you're used to doing 40 plus inputs every time you go to work, dealing with 5 was something I was really looking forward to. So we get there, set everything up. I set the monitor rig up like I do, get all the wedges out there, and sometime in the afternoon, you know, the Peter, the Paul, the Mary, and one technician show up, and they got this big briefcase with them. First thing Peter Yarrow does, he comes up to me, looks at the monitor console, and goes, "Oh, we don't need any of this." I said, "Oh, you got your own guy to be your monitor mixer?" He goes, "No, we got our own thing all together." And then he says, "I want the left and right from the audio system to come right into my own personal mixer." And he opens up this case, and man, this thing looks like it was built somewhere between World War I and World War II. I cannot tell you, it looked like a Heath kit put together, his own personal mixer. Like what is this thing, you know? And I get together with the front of house guy, we get the promoter out there, we get everybody that says, "Listen, man, I'm not just taking X amount of watts and giving you a left and right straight to the amp rack. It has to go through our mixing console and back out to you. It's just the way we got to do it." He had a big fit about it, but that's the way we did it, right? So he gets the 2 inputs into his little mixing console, and he's going to set it on the floor, downstage center, sitting on the stage, and doesn't want the monitor console, doesn't want, so you know what I do? I pack it all up, put it back in the truck, man. We're that much closer to the loadout. Really can't tell you how thrilled I was to not have anything to do during the show. I mean, it was the biggest blessing of all time. And it was an evening with. There was no support act, there was no opening act, it was just gonna be them. So I don't have anything, nothing on stage besides one electrical cord that's going out there that's given AC power to his little mixer thing. And it's just this customized mic stand they got with 3 microphones, Peter and Paul with the acoustic guitar thingies, and the chick standing there, the Mary standing there, and that's what the whole show was. Oh, I almost forgot the best part. He had a cassette tape of him counting to 100, and he used that to EQ the audio system from the stage, which is bizarre. And I asked him, why is he using that? He goes, "Because you don't understand. I have the perfect speaking voice." I said, "Oh, I had no idea." The show's out there running, and I am back in catering, and I'm drinking coffee, and I'm eating a piece of pie, and I'm reading the newspaper, like having the best show ever. Not having to be out there and to be a part of it. I mean, it was just so awesome. And where the catering is in Blossom, it's through a couple doors and down a hallway, so you're really separated from the stage back there. So, and it actually has a nice view of the woods back there too, through these big glass windows. I'm back there just hanging out, and someone bursts through the door and goes, "They need you on stage right away." And I'm thinking, what could they possibly need me for? So, put down my coffee, get up, and I head on out there. So I walk out on stage right. I walk onto the stage and I could see Peter Yarrow, and he's laying on his belly all the way down stage center. And he's got his little mixing console on the floor, and he's got some kind of jack, some kind of cable that he's pulling in and out, and the entire audio system is going as he's pulling this thing in and out. I'm like, I didn't run out there. I casually walked out there. And as I walked out, the entire crowd started clapping. I was like, thank God someone's coming out here to fix this, because I really don't know how long this was going on, because I was back in catering, reading my paper, drinking my coffee. So I get out there and I bend down. I go, hey man, hey, something I can help you with? And you know what he did? He shushed me away. He goes, get up. All right, man. And I turned around and I walked backstage left. Just let it keep on going. Hey, I went back to catering. And best part of it, when I got back to catering, my coffee was still sitting there. And that was the best part of the show. I saw him a couple times living in Woodstock over the years. I saw him at the fruit stand. Of course, he never remembered me. I'm just some douchebag. But that was my Peter, Paul, and Mary, and me adventure. And I'll tell you what, it was memorable.